Hello guys. Super good morning to everyone. Kevin Chan here again. Back to the series to talk about the bridge to 2026, and we are at the last of the animal sign, which is a dragon. Yeah, 12 episode of this particular series. Today we reached the end of the conclusion, and it's because tomorrow onward I won't be around. Yay! Hello Peppo, hello Peggy, hello Bonnie, hello Manuel, hello Jeannie, hello Coco, hello Elaine. Right, so how you guys all doing? Right, so we have already way past the halfway point of the month of which month is it? October. Dog. Right, so halfway point in the month of the dog. We are moving into the month of the pig. Right, so yeah. Right, so hopefully everyone is doing well. Hello Sabrina, how are you doing? Right, so now up until right now 12 episodes, still got people doesn't know that this particular series is talk about 2025 animal sign. This is not 2026 animal sign, dear. Right, so we are talking about 2025 animal sign for those of you who are still a bit blur. Right, so now we are talking about animal sign, but it's between now until 2026. What are the things that you are supposed to do to fully leverage on the 2025 energy, so that when you go to 2026, you don't have a situation of I should have done this, I should have done that. Right, so there are too many people is like that. When the timing is correct, they want to be in action. When the timing is wrong, they want to do a lot of things. That's how usually people function. If we take a look at BaZi chart also, what's the main concern? Oh, what's my shortcoming? What's the point? Right? What's the point covering your shortcoming? You tell me, right? Yeah, covering shortcoming actually no use one. You may as well, just go and move over to your strength. Right? Let some other people who have strength in your shortcoming to do the job that require that strength. You do your job that require your strength. Right? So if you're a fish, you know how to swim, you do swimming job. If you're a monkey, you know how to climb tree, you do tree climbing job. If you're a panther, you're very good at running at the field, then you do field running job. Right? Don't try to be a panther, go to swim, fish trying to climb the tree, and monkey, trying to outrun people on the ground. Right? Doesn't work. That's the essence of understanding, what is the energy direction is going. So you want to be on the side whereby you are rolling in tandem with the flow of the stream. Right? Not trying to roll yourself up the waterfall and then later you complain why is it so difficult, because you choose to do difficult stuff. Got easy stuff equals success also, you don't want to go and do. Right, so come, let's shrink myself down to the smaller version. Right, so as usual, go print your BaZi chart in typing Astro. Right, so the portion that you are concerned of is your natal chart. So this is called the natal chart. This particular section is called natal chart. So the BaZi chart plotter has many different sections. So we are not addressing any other section, don't ask. And there's no luck pillar. There's still a lot of people, oh, what about my luck pillar? Yeah, the answer for what about your luck pillar is no. In this section, we don't care. Okay, right, so possible, you can see 4 animal sign. One belong to the year, one belong to the month, one belong to the day, one belong to the hour. And do not go and take a look at your friends one. Your friends is going to be different than yours. Okay, right, so you're going to have your own individual 4 animal signs. So we have done all 12 by the end of this particular series, which means that all the animal sign has been explained. Right, so the part that this particular series doesn't explain is, what the significance in the year, month, day, and also hour. You can go and watch a video that talk about the year, month, and hour and conclude on your own. All right. So if not, you can come and engage me to explain to you, with a little bit of money. Or and also, I've just launched a semi-helpful product. Yeah. Right. So if you want a quick guide to 2026, you can go and sign up for the quick guide. Right, so now I'm in the process of right now producing the one, right? So one day probably can do only 20s only. Just tell you frankly, one day I can only do 20. So it's gonna be some time for those of you who are signed up, at back. Right? So it's gonna be a bit of time in that, I think by the end of this month or maximum next month should be able to finish everything. Right, so you don't worry, right? So we are not in 2026, you still got half a month here. Right, so yeah, while I'm traveling in China also can do, because it is just a typing report. I finish all my tour at night, can do. Right, so at night can do a few, maybe probably about 5, maybe. Right, so yeah. So like right now, entire day, nothing to do, can do about 20s a day. Right, so which is quite a pretty good number. Right, very stable. Right, so yeah, the AI also sometimes very temperamental. You put in AI, you go and doesn't know what you write. So I have to actually go and read everything that the AI has written to see that, whether it matches the original one that I've written. AI just write it in a very structured, nice, grammatically correct, and more importantly, business-like and sunshine direction, right? So that's the instruction I give the AI to write, right? So what you're reading is what you read is something that's grammatically superior, sentencely structured, very nice, right? But the content is still I'm the one who write everything. So please give it some time. Don't feel today is sending you want it the next minute. No, right? Wait a bit. Right, right. So yes, every one of them are done. Now dragon is the last one, right? So if you want to watch any of the animal sign, just go to this particular forecast for 2026. So if there's any other forecast for 2026, which we're gonna have a session that talk about the BaZi of 2026, we're gonna have that. I'm gonna change the session that talk about 2026 animal sign. So which means I'm going to try my best to video it on site on the 2026 animal sign. Each of the animal signs, the normal every master also will do one. So that one I'm not too worried, because if you want, you can always go and watch other master. Everybody would tell you almost the same story, right? So it cannot be, that particular master, the rabbit or the Sensha star is different. You will not find, right? Maybe one or two that they don't like, they will remove, and then they may add in one or two that I also don't recognize one. Some have it. I don't recognize it because the English name has been changed into something else. I look at the Chinese name, I know what is it. Okay, right? So I didn't know what basically is meaning, right? So yeah, so different. It's just like that, right? So don't worry lah. The animal sign forecast is very common in the market, right? So you can even buy books that talks about it. So do not worry about animal sign forecast. Right? So then what else we have? We also have the forecast for the purple white forecast for feng shui, which is also already been done, and also the forecast for the qi. So these are the normal content that we do on a yearly basis. So I will also do all this content and just send it out. At least you guys have some form of guidance. Right, so of course all of this also is actually written in a more lengthy manner in the newsletter. Right, so you can also go and visit the newsletter, join it, and receive all those stuff. Come, let's go in and talk about the little dragon. So dragon is what we call the past president. Past president is last year's Grand Duke. This year is the year of snake. So please, it's not year of horse. Right, so we are not talking about the year of horse. We are talking about the transition between the year of snake to the year of horse. Is the transition period. Right, so this is the ex leader, right? So this is the ex-leader, or what we call the past president, right? So which snake is going to become the past president. So it is good for snake to actually right now. So if you're a snake right now, it's actually good to talk to the dragon. Dragon, right? So when you were the president, so when you are right now the past president, right? How was the withdrawal syndrome from being the so the dragon? So next year the snake will become the past president. It will suffer a bit of a withdrawal syndrome. It's always like that one, if you've gone through 1 year which is very exciting, right? 1 year which is very exciting, right? The next year, it will be lackluster. Right, so let's take a look at it, right? So like this year, dragon is actually very happy this year, with sky happiness. Right, so with sky happiness, with very, very little negative star, right? So it's okay lah, dragon is a bit sick lah, they got the sickness star. So by the way, sickness star always in the market very hoo-ha one. It is actually not a very scary star, right? Everybody gets sick. It's through getting sick that your body immune system upgrade. Alright, so it is why you get sick is because your immune system is at the level whereby it cannot handle the environmental problem already. That's why it gets sick. So your immune system need to be upgraded. So you need to be triggered. So the sickness star actually trigger this upgrade process. So of course, for those people who are already sick, then you just further got sickness star, then you're in deep shit lah. Okay, so question for you, first question for you, is how's your health condition when you take a look at sickness star? Right, so you take a look at what is the actual health condition when you are going to a sickness star. So next thing is that you want to overall take a look at your current condition, which is 2025 condition, and compare to the 2026. So this is where the exciting magic. How are you going to get yourself ready for 2026? in this 2025. So what are the so is if I tell you next year is gonna be a lot of fire related problem, right? So now it's smart for you to actually install sprinkler system in around your yard. I don't know whether you guys have seen before. I know forest fire coming, right? Some people actually turn on their sprinkler system around their house. Just turn on all the sprinkler system, right? So and then after all the fire is done already, their house is spared from fire. Right, yeah, right. So 5 yellow, 25 is not it. Hello, Gigi. This is a BaZi related session. It's not a feng shui related session. Okay, cool. Right, so definitely got good date one, Gigi. And it's just that you don't know how to go and find it. Pay some master to go and select the date for you, or else you know your entire action is just waste of time. Okay, please. Right, if you're concerned of 5 yellow, right? So you're concerned of 5 yellow, you know, and you don't know what to do with it, please go and engage a proper master to get everything set up properly. Right, so if you couldn't be bothered with it and you feel that you know this sort of money you better just keep it, then you know just whack the 5 yellow like you would lah. That would be lah, right? So doesn't matter. Alright, now so if you're concerned of being sick, right? So if you're concerned about your health, you know, pay a proper nutritionist or go and pay a fitness people. That's it. You know, if you are, you know, you feel like this sort of money is, you know, not worth spending, then just fall sick and pay the hospital. That's it. So right. So let's take a look. Right. So now you got last year the 8 seats with the snake, right? So actually this year 8 seat with snake. So right now the 8 seat is transferred to you. Transferred to dragon. Right. So now you start to see the pattern. The 8 seat actually always follow the immediate what we call the past president, right? So the 8 seat always is the past president. So now you start to see the 8 seat is actually a elder position. So somebody who have taken power, so he know power, he know whatever it is he knows. So now he is so you got dethroned from the power already, but you still have the knowledge, right? So you become advisor for the emperor. And so past president, right? Past president is 8 seat. So next year, you know, this fellow, you know, has the 8 seat energy, right? So which means that next year the dragon is going to be accepted into certain, right? So position. So it's good lah, right? So it's basically good. But this year a bit boring. So once you still have happiness star, I think the dragon as a continuity, right? So as a continuity, you know, you should celebrate every single small win, right? So why celebrate every single small win is to let people know that you are still relevant, right? Or else how people is going to invite you into your 8 seat next year lah. Right, so it's very difficult for people to invite you if they don't know that you exist. Right, so I think this particular facts also a lot of people don't understand, you know. So they're still in the old period 8 mentality that, you know, or if I'm hardworking, one day somebody will discover me. So, you know, the main difference between last time and right now is that last time there is 100 people which is hardworking. So it is possible to still find you among the 100 people. Today, with the advancement of AI and everything, right? So there is 10,000 people who is hardworking at the same time. Last time is 100 people trying to search for you. Right now is 10,000 people trying to search for you. Right? It is not the matter of hardworking. It's just that everybody is more hardworking than you. So the hardworking as a quality has already been nullified by everybody also is hardworking. There's hardly any people who is not hardworking. Right, so that's why right now, you know, you feel like, you know, I want to be discovered by people. There's no way for you to do so because the pool of people is just too much. So same thing, right? So like the social media. Last time there were probably about, you know, 1,000 people that's posting content inside. So right now you got 1 million people posting content inside. Plus, you know, all the AI content or whatever content, people repurposing the content. There's just too many content. So you don't get seen, you see. So that's why you need to make yourself relevant, right? By, you know, celebrating small wins, whatever, you know, whatever small little things that, you know, post on your social media, you know, your LinkedIn, you know, your TikTok, your Reels, your YouTube, your whatever it is, whichever channel that you are more, the channel that you yourself use more. If the channel you completely don't use and you don't watch the content one, actually you can just abandon it. No matter how much people say that, you know, their channel is great, you know, you can just abandon it. Okay, So no worry about it. So celebrate all the small wins so that you become relevant when next year the energy come in, the 8 seat, there's 1 seat that's for you. Right? Understand? Right? So understand, right? So now you need to work out your engine also for problem solving. So this year you actually is not doing much problem solving. So especially with the lonesome star, right? Lonesome star, you're alone. Whose problem are you solving? No one's problem. Plus a bit on the sickness star somewhere, it's like sick little puppy alone, hiding in the corner. It's like quarantine zone, right? So if people see you, you're sick, you quarantine you, right? So there's really much that you can do. But next year again, you got your relief star. So which means that your relief star, again, the expectation a bit when relief star is that, for you to pick up some responsibility. So when you're gonna ramp up the responsibility engine, now go out and pick up some light tasks, some light responsibility. And when we talk about taking up responsibility, are things that is not on your plate and you purposely go and put it on your plate. And that is called taking up responsibility. Right? Which is again another quality that a lot of people nowadays, don't do. Why should I take more responsibility? I don't get rewarded. Sometimes the reward is not from direct monetary reward, especially if you are looking at a situation whereby you want to enrich yourself with certain experience. So the only way for you to do so is to engage the activity. Right? How do you become good in, let's say, a sport like pickleball? Is to go play pickleball, not to read pickleball book. Right? Reading pickleball book or watching people playing pickleball does not improve your pickleball game at all. You have to go and play the pickleball, right? So when you go play a pickleball, you look stupid. So like me, I play pickleball, look stupid. Then come back, it reinforced my stupidity by having 2 weeks of leg pain. So how? Still play or don't play? Play lah, never mind lah. Right? So pain lah, right? So between 2 weeks can play 1 time. May as well don't play, right? So but you guys get the gist of the idea of taking responsibility as ramping up your what we call experience your engine, right? So it's like old diesel engine. Old diesel engine have to be warm up. After the engine is hot enough, then only it can melt the diesel. So you guys know that diesel, normal room temperature is actually not exactly liquid one. It's like fat. It clump up together on diesel. So then you need your engine to be very, very hot, then only it can burn. And diesel engine actually have a much efficient, when it's very hot that time, it has a much more efficient burning ratio than to petrol. It's much control, right? So actually diesel in a way, so again, if everything is designed correctly, diesel actually outperform petrol. But petrol is convenient. So you want to see petrol is actually like your carbohydrate, instant energy, but wastes a lot. It's not really healthy for the environment and the car, but diesel is, it require a little bit of work. So it's like that, right? So you're taking responsibility, you need to warm up with it. Start warming up right now. I start now take some responsibility, let people know, especially when you take some responsibility and you got certain small result, right? Celebrate the small result. Hey, guys, I just taken up this particular position and just learn this. Right, so I'm in the training industry, right? So now I got training group. Training group, a lot of time got this thing, I just got certification in this. Those are got small win. Right, and then you say, this certification allow me to do this. I know it's exciting. Exciting, you see them, your first time discovering that there's actually such thing. It's like, that one is like how many years ago? Right, so of course, very important one, start your health regime because you're just going through sickness star. Next year, you don't have the sickness star, but it's replaced by a lot more. It's replaced by a little bit more what we call bodily harm star. Some bodily harm star there, right? So it's a different ball game, right? So you don't get sick, but you get a bodily harm, right? So like for example, blood knife. Blood knife, a lot of time they advise if you got any auxiliary elective operation that you want to do, you want to purposely cut yourself open, blood knife is good, right? Blood knife, do that, or sometimes lesser effective way is go for blood donation. Right, so or go and do scaling. So scaling is that they are betting on the process of scaling that you hurt your gum, that they accidentally cut your gum and you bleed. Makes sense, right? So bloodline is basically bleeding. Right? So if bleeding, it's either people stab you. I know the word stabbing is a bit not really too good these days, right? So easier to find this small win in LinkedIn. Yeah, right. So good. Right, so you start posting all this small win. I don't care. So start to make yourself relevant. Start to again show yourself, right? So show yourself, because this year the dragon is relatively invisible. It's actually good being invisible sometimes. Sometimes it's good. Right? Sometimes it's being, especially when you have a very busy year the year before, and one year you might just want to really chill and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Right? So do that. Plastic surgery also can also can also can do plastic surgery, right? So start something healthy start something healthy to start your health regime. It's time to recover yourself from whatever sickness that you are currently having, right? It's time to recover yourself. It's time for you to give supply to your immune system, for immune system to grow, right? So go and check out some diet regime, right? So go and check out some supplement, right? So all this kind of stuff, go check it out. Right? So it's time because the energy right now is moving away already. Right, so you guys know the dragon basically clashing with the dog, right? So dog man, right? So the energy basically clash off. So all this particular star has already on the shutdown end already. Start to understand how it works, right? So it turns on when the same animal sign begin. It shut down when the what we call opposite animal sign show up. Right, so it's like an on-off switch. Okay, right. So you can see that a lot of people say that the year of the Bing Wu actually started right now on the Bing sheet, right? Because why the Bing right now appear, man. So the energy is in the entrance position. So it will reach the peak performance later, when it reach the February term, and then it will go, then it will start to go down again, right? So the energy is always up, down, up, down. It is not 90-degree up, but it's not on-off switch. Right? So really you just need to imagine it like the old carburetor engine. You start the engine, you leave it warm up, then only you move. It's not like right now electric engine turn on straight away can feel different, right? Hello Virginia, how is Spain doing? Right, hopefully it's doing well. Right, so graphically, if you take a look at it, the dragon is starting to be worshipped again. So this is like suddenly somebody discover an old abandoned temple, so a bunch of pilgrims, right? So going around, then suddenly you find this old temple, and then one of the pilgrims said that the ancient texts has mentioned about this temple, and then they start worshipping and praying the temple, and then you start to receive the prayer energy. Yes, right. So by the way, the ancient Greek, those Zeus, Hercules, right? So they believe, even the ancient Egyptian also believe that prayer actually send power and energy to the god. So without prayer, the god actually have no power, no energy. So same thing, so like today's, all the cult leader, guru status, right? So they receive their energy from the support of the fans. Without the fans, they actually don't have the influence. Makes sense, right? Makes sense, right? If you draw the line between these religious deities being required believers to send power to them versus current cult guru status require the fans to support them, it's actually the same stuff. Right, so nothing too surprising. All right, so now next year you will be somebody who is of importance, who is of somebody who has small little, so not as big as the the one with the dragon virtue. Not as big as the ox, but still good, right? Because of the relief god. Right, the dragon in the month, right? Should I pray hard for 2026? No need to pray hard for 2026. Dragon in the month is actually pretty good. Right, so AC means that in office, you now start to get invited for the big meeting. Invited for the big meeting doesn't mean that you're chairing the meeting. Please first. Right? AC is just one of the members of the what you call board table. Right? So for some reason, maybe your boss, suddenly walk by and say, hey, right now you're free. Hey, we have a important board meeting going on, you come and join us. Right? So then you come in, they will introduce you as, this is who from whichever department today, is sitting down here. It's a sit-in. Normally that's the thing only. They'll tell you this is a sit-in. So everybody right now is assessing your potential as one of the successor for this core team. Right? Important or not is important. So you need to know how to act your role in this. Right? So usually is, after talking a little bit, right, one of the bugger will come and point at you and ask you for your opinion. You better have some good opinion. Right, so whether you are a matured member of the team, including do you understand the culture of the business? More importantly, do you understand the subtle underlying table discussion on the table? And can you see the power play between the thing, right? So you need to know how to support the right group. Let's say, then how do I know? I don't know. You have to understand your organization. Right? So I don't understand your organization, which means that I don't know which is the giraffe. I don't know which is the gorilla. Which one is the crocodile? Which are the panther? Which are the lion? I don't know. You're supposed to know because it's your office. Yes, you're supposed to label them as, this one is a gorilla, this is a giraffe. Right? Right, thank God it was so hard in 2024. 2024 is a dragon year, right? Right, 2024. Yeah. Last year dragon year. Last year dragon year, Grand Duke, lor. So Grand Duke is just everything you. That's it. That's Grand Duke, every animal sign, every single year, you will become I call it the main actor, protagonist. Protagonist, the main actor, usually suffer the most. You see any movie, right? The main actor or the main character usually suffer the most one. Or else there will be no show. Right? So just imagine those. AC is actually that sort of situation. So a lot of people think that AC mean that, I made it already. No, AC is just the beginning of the entire process of being accepted into the core group. Now, once you go in, once your foot is stepped in already, then the rest of it is about how you conform to the group dynamic. How you start to play. Some people just cannot play this particular game, then you exit. At least you tried before, But you see how you got relief God one, so whichever trouble that you get yourself into, you do have a free pass. So again, this one doesn't mean that no suffering, you still get suffering, but hey, okay, it's a great experience. Right? So and then you got Phoenix Pavilion, you look good. Right? Okay, you look good. Yeah. Right, take the opportunity. But this year seems to be a bit boring. Right? So this year seems to be a bit boring. Right? So pretty much okay. Right? So Sky Happiness is a good start. At least for those of you who are in a relationship, Sky Happiness actually upgrade the status of your relationship. Single become not available, not available become get married become to have children become to have more children. There's nothing else after having children. Right? At least the proper way of nothing else. Okay, right, so that's your status for 2025. Okay, right, so for those of you who need a bit of assistance, the report for 2026, the link is available inside the Telegram. Going to Telegram is pinned up already. The payment link is actually inside the Google form. So you're supposed to click the payment link, do the payment, screenshot the payment, and then attach it back into the Google form. Right, but don't worry if you didn't manage to take the screenshot and attach, I will still cross-check with the payment. I will do the cross-checking. Right? So it's just that, there is quite a substantial amount inside right now, and I can only do 20 a day. So I cannot do everything at the same time. But I promise you, for those of you who have submitted this month, at the end of next month, guarantee settle. Right? So by the time, I got all the flow pat down, should be able to give your report to you, about 3 days time. Settle. Okay, shouldn't go more than 3 days as far as I know. As far as I look at the things right now, how to make the process more smoother. It's about 3 days. Okay, right. So this report you can basically use until, not use until, you can request this report. I think it still makes sense even up until before Chinese New Year. So not up until January, it still makes sense for you to get the report, you know, so it's everything about 2026. If you go down the line, maybe up until maximum until April. Anything after April, you try to get this particular report. The helpfulness is a bit less really. Okay, it's for you to read right now to see that, you know, how you're gonna kickstart your 2026. What are the things that, you know, you should redo a bit of the plan, right? So it's also inside the Facebook, right? So the link is not inside Substack. Don't try to go Substack and find it. All right, so the link is inside the Facebook, right? So which in the community page. So you join this Facebook or you join the Telegram, right? So both also. You got any question, you know, feel free. Telegram, you can ask me. Facebook Messenger, you can ask me. Substack PM also, you can ask me. Right, so all of this place, you know, feel free. Like, you got anything that is a bit more private. Are you having a rest tomorrow? Tomorrow morning I'm still be around. So I think tomorrow we will do another session of something like that, you know, not so brain popping, right? So we'll do something like that. You know, let me see. Let me dig through all my very old slides to see what is light and interesting that we can discuss a bit, you know, about Chinese metaphysics that is helpful for you to use. All right, you know, so I actually have one maybe tell story. We got so many stories to tell here. Tell story is actually much more difficult than presenting you with Chinese metaphysics, classical facts. That one a lot, man. That one a lot, right? So now maybe tomorrow we'll do one which is more classical text based, so that you all can have a good impression on how classical study is. Yes, you know, yeah, you know, all these 12 animals. It took some time to finish. So now can you see, I know just analyzing the animal in a more structured and proper manner is actually quite a lot of things that you need to go through. It's not as easy as, you know, dragon next year good is number 12. So yeah. All right, have a nice day, everybody. And also see you guys. And also thank you for all of you who have supported the entire 2026 quick guide. And also I will start sending things out for you guys in your email, for those of you who have put in the email, right? So, and we'll try our best to also message you to confirm whether you have received it, because I would expect a lot of the mail will go into spam. So please do check your spam mail and don't click delete without reading the content on your spam mail. I've done a few times of this type of crime before when I delete things in the spam mail. And then to find out that shit they have spent to the spam mail. Then I have to, lucky that I'll be able to contact the other person and ask the other person to send me a link again. Right. So, but if that happens, you know, don't be shy. Right. So just get in touch and, you know, you can basically ask me, I can check out with them. All right. That's it, guys. See you all. Bye.